How are you ding dong diddly doing there, Game Arenas? Hope you're having a flanderific day. Man, sorry, I just ate and my throat is just messed up. Sorry about that. Anyway. I don't know, I just kind of felt like talking a little bit. I was gonna do Doom, but just so many things on my mind. I don't think I'd be able to articulate almost anything playing Doom other than fuck yeah, glory kill, blood punch. Just because it's so fucking awesome. But yeah, you know, we're gonna start off real simple, real easy. Wow, I can't believe that they added the settings back in the correct spot. They had kind of supposed to be. Very nice. Good for you, Minecraft. I also saw that... First of all, I just saw a picture of her, and I was like, oh, this game is cooked. Minecraft has added a... She looks like a DEI hire, quite frankly. Just the textbook definition of lib Karen. Well, at least that's what she looks like. To the team. And... if the pink hair and nose rings weren't enough for you to be like, ooh, this game, ooh, no, this game might be in trouble, she used to work for Ubisoft. And, what was the other one? Ubisoft and, well, the people that made Rainbow Six. And, yeah, she fucked up Rainbow Six and, Assassin's Creed. Yeah, she was in charge of microtransactions in those games. So I saw someone say that if he opens up Minecraft one day and there is a pay now for the Minecraft Battle Pass, he's gonna put his balls in a hydraulic press. I thought that was funny. But yeah, no, it's a little dangerous how cooked this game could be by including her on the team. But I guess only time will tell. Yeah, they better not fuck up this game. I swear, if they add any more microtransactions than what is already available, I'm going to be very upset. You know, might as well throw this in here. We're just talking for right now. There is something I want to do, but it's gonna be a lot, so I might as well go ahead and try to get as much of it out as possible before we go and do that. The next thing I wanted to talk about was Bad Bunny. So, like, alright. I think that it was a flat-out retarded decision to pick Bad Bunny for the halftime show. For, like, a slew of reasons, right? Like, the majority of the people who watch the NFL are not Bad Bunny fans, right? I think his music is awful. Just awful. Like, I don't know, I feel like listening to Kendrick Lamar would be an upgrade over Bad Bunny, if that tells you anything. And I think Kendrick Lamar sounds retarded. Like a flat-out mongoloid half the time. So, yeah, not high praise for Bad Bunny or his music. But all of these people are, like, still flipping out about it, and it's like, it's over with, man. Like, it already happened. Like, grow up. You know, the show's over with, man. You know? Like, it was at least Well, I mean, I guess from the perspective of the camera, it was a more visually interesting halftime show than Kendrick Lamar's. But I don't know. I don't have high praise for it. I really don't. I don't like his music. I don't really like him as a person. This isn't Doom, yeah. Like I said, I got things to talk about, Slicks. I got things to talk about. I can't focus on the things I want to talk about. And oh well, you're all right. Well, damn. I guess don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Shit. Yeah, I know you're kidding. I know you're kidding, Slicks. Do you have any thoughts on the Bad Bunny halftime show? I'll finish up my thoughts, but like, you tell me what you thought of it. Like, just in general, like the idea of it, the show itself, the controversy. I mean, personally, I think they could have gotten pretty much anyone else and it would have been better. Didn't see it, don't care for his type of music much. Fair enough. Yeah, no, I think his music is awful. I don't watch football either. I don't really watch the NFL, you know. I kinda stopped watching the NFL around the whole time that they started kneeling and shit for the national anthem, and I never really watched it ever again. Yeah, if I boycott you, like you know that it's gonna stick, you know. I know how football works and everything. I played some football games growing up, but that's it. Okay. College football is great. I like college football quite a bit. Especially when I used to bet on it, but at the same time it also pissed me off because Penn State would lose to like an 0-4 UCLA and would fuck up all my parlays. NFL Street and Blitz 2, the league, are so much fun. Okay. I played the NCAA games, and even one of the NFL ones. It was back when Christian Ponder was the quarterback at Minnesota. And Christian Ponder is my boy. I fucking love him. He's amazing. You know, maybe not like the greatest quarterback in the history of quarterbacks ever, you know, but like, he was a cool dude. He's a cool dude, you know? And then I kind of liked the Bills. Well, I still like the Bills. If I had to pick an NFL team that was my favorite, like right now, I would pick the Bills. Or Tampa Bay. I liked Tampa Bay. But yeah, when are you gonna get good music for the halftime? Right, no kidding. When are we gonna get good music for the halftime show? But yeah, like, I don't know. I liked the Bills more. Something that's not country rap, but something like rock. Right, okay, you know, we'll get into that in a second there, Slicks. But yeah, no, I liked the Tampa Bay Buccaneers a lot more when Jameis Winston was quarterback. You know, I guess he wasn't eating too many W's because the Lord never delivered him from pick sixes. But yeah, no, I really like. So you want more Kendrick Lamar? I see. Fuck no. You missed it. I already said that he sounds retarded, like a total mongoloid. I'm Kendrick Lamar. Like, you sound retarded, buddy. You sound retarded. Like hee-haw retarded. I'm glad I'm not the only one who feels that way. Though I will say I'd rather listen to Kendrick Lamar's music than Bad Bunny's music. And I don't want to listen to Kendrick Lamar's music. I'll fucking say that much. anytime he comes on the rap playlist at work, I skip it. But anyway, I kind of like the Bills now because Josh Allen is my GOAT. I love Josh Allen. I think the only rapper I'd be like, yeah, I'll listen to it, them, is Eminem. Really? I would much rather listen to Dre. I mean, I guess you kind of get Eminem when you get Dre, to be fair, but, like, Dre is better. Snoop Dogg is better. The Wu-Tang Clan is way better. Yeah, I don't know. There's quite a few good rappers. I like Ice Cube, Dre, but motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. Nowadays, everybody's got something to say, but they're just moving their lips and talking gibberish because motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. I probably fucked that up, but whatever. It's fine. I don't care. I don't I don't listen to rap, so okay, fair enough. I mean, I listen to some rap. But yeah. Even Biggie's pretty good. I like Biggie, too. Whatever. I forgot who I was going to say, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. So, speaking of the whole country music thing, you say you didn't want country. I gotta say, I was incredibly disappointed. I mean, I listened to the bars Mike Shinoda spits out in Linkin Park, and that's about it. I don't like Linkin Park, like, at all. I think they're quite terrible, actually. So, oh, I was gonna say, the fucking Del, the funky Homo sapien. He's pretty awesome. I was like Booyah Tribe. They're cool. But see, like, all the rap, well, the majority of the rap I like, because I mean, I like X, I like Juice WRLD, I think X was amazing, but then again, he's not really your more traditional rap. Ski Mask the Slump God, you know, he's quite good. But the majority of the rap I like is going to be from, like, the 90s, you know? That was, like, the peak of rap, you know? But anyway, like I was saying, I found the TPUSA halftime show to be quite disappointing. I mean, I don't like country music. The only, like, country music that's even, like, country music adjacent that I really, really like is, like, the Dirty River Boys or Blackberry Smoke can kind of go country sometimes. Make fun of me all you like, but it's not like a song that I would play on repeat or anything. I'd probably listen to it one time for the lols, but I quite like Achy Breaky Heart by Billy Ray Cyrus. I don't know why. I can't give you a great reason, but, you know, I'm okay with Achy Breaky Heart. Again, couldn't listen to it more than once, but, you know. Or like, even Johnny Cash can kind of go a little country. I love Johnny Cash, but I tend to think of him as more folk or rockabilly than country. But your mileage will vary on the particular album and the particular song of Johnny Cash, so I don't know. But anyway, yeah. And then Kid Rock came on, and... Also, can I just go ahead and say I was mad disappointed because for the TPUSA halftime show, I was promised Shinedown and Santana. And I was like, oh, this is gonna kick ass. This is gonna kick so much fucking ass. You got Shinedown and Santana. Like, that is a fucking amazing halftime show. Like, count me the fuck in. And then it's like, last second, and it's all country music and Kid Rock. And then Kid Rock lip syncs, Ba-da-da, or whatever it is. Ba-da-da, ba-da, bang, da, bang, diggy, 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 said the boogie, said up, drop the boogie. That song. Like, he just lip syncs the entire thing. Like, and it's not even like, okay, my Twitch was being stupid and I didn't hear anything that you said for the past few minutes. Well, I guess I was saying, I was just talking about various... They're playing Gin Blossoms at the gym. The Gym Blossoms, nice. It's also a weird choice for the gym, but whatever. I was saying that there's some country music I like, or at least country music adjacent things like Blackberry Smoke, Johnny Cash, Dirty River Boys, stuff like that. And then I also admitted that while I couldn't listen to it more than once, like per like week, I kind of like Achy Breaky Heart. Don't ask me why, I couldn't tell you. I mean, there's some good stuff though. There's some good stuff in at least the country sphere. Maybe not just flat out country, but like I said, the Dirty River Boys, they're phenomenal, and that's like country adjacent. Like Carnival Lights is a phenomenal song. It's Hey Jealousy, nice. Like, yeah, go ahead and listen to Carnival Lights by the Dirty River Boys. I'd highly recommend that song. It's very good. It's like, again, it's in the country sphere, but I wouldn't. I tend to think of them as more of like almost a bluegrassy kind of band, like a bluegrass rock band with a little bit of country mixed in. I wouldn't say that they're just like pure country, and definitely not like pure bluegrass or whatever, but anyway, regardless, phenomenal song. Or like Down by the River is another great one by Dirty River Boys. Is that Southern rock? It's I mean, it's got a dash of everything. It's got a dash of bluegrass, a dash of country, a dash of Southern rock, you know. Maybe even a dash of folk if you're feeling ballsy, you know. Green Grass and High Tides? Yeah, it's the Outlaws, I believe, yes? The Outlaws are more Southern rock, but, you know, I love the Outlaws. I actually have most of their albums. Yes, yeah. I have that album. That's off of their first. But, yeah, you know, I was really disappointed with the TPUSA halftime show. Was promised Shinedown and Santana and instead received country mixed with like the solos on that song. Yeah, it's a cool song. Mixed with Kid Rock, who was lip syncing. Bang da bang diggy diggy diggy, sit the boogie, sit up, drop the boogie. Like, and he wasn't even lip syncing it like good. It was like a terrible lip syncing. Wait, there was gonna be Santana? Yo, what a fumble. Yeah. Yeah. Santana, I heard, was supposed to play the TPUSA halftime show. And I guess he backed out. Same thing with Shinedown. Again, I was pumped for that. I was going to be like, that's going to kick Bad Bunny's ass. Like, literally everyone is going to enjoy Santana and Shinedown far fucking more. Yes, I love Santana. He's incredibly underrated. Makes really, really good music. Shinedown? You don't know Shinedown? They had Breaking Inside. That's one of their songs. Oh, what is the name of that song? Even the man in the moon disappears somewhere in the stratosphere. Tell my mother, tell my father. Yeah. That song. I forget what it's called. They have honestly everything off of it. The album cover is black and white. It might be called Breaking Inside. The Energy is a really good song. They also have a red album with an egg, and there's like an octopus or something that's breaking out of the egg. That's a phenomenal album. Yeah, I used to be really into Shinedown. But yeah, no, it would have been a fucking... I've actually seen Shinedown live before, and they were pretty incredible. So needless to say, I'm very bummed at the fact that they both dropped out. But you know, I'm sorry, I gotta go back. You know what else is good that you reminded me of? Your mom. But I'm sorry. Better Now by Collective Soul. Collective Soul is good. I like Collective Soul. You know, I hate to do it because I like Kid Rock. I like some of his music. I think he's a really cool dude. I think he's a pretty good dude, actually. But I gotta body slam him for this. Like, that lip sync was so bad. It was so... He wasn't even trying. Like, you can see he's like jumping around and shit, and like quote unquote singing, and he like pulls the microphone away from his face, but it sounds the exact same as when the microphone is close to his face. And it's like, brother, very disappointed. But, I mean, I don't know. I really didn't watch that much of the TP USA halftime show, because, again, I was just so disappointed at, like, who they got for it. I mean, everyone else, I've seen clips, and everyone else seemed to do, like, a really good job. And, I mean, even Kid Rock, the rest of the set he did was pretty good. But that was his, like, later country stuff, and I think he actually sang those. And I'm playing Fly by Sugar Ray. What is this music? Probably a 90s playlist. But yeah, I mean, I guess it was cool that, like, Kid Rock converted to Christianity live at the event. Like, that was cool. But, again, just super disappointed overall. I kind of expected better. But the ratings were great for it. Like, they were really, really good. They may have had more live viewers than Bad Bunny did. What about Green Day, though? Fuck Green Day. I fucking hate Green Day. I have never seen a more fucking mediocre, pathetic-ass band. Milk. One decent, at best, if I'm being generous, a decent album. I literally have never seen it before. Like, the Sex Pistols, they put out like 2 albums, alright? And one of them was very fucking a banger, and the other one was like, it was good. You know, it wasn't bad, but like, which album? American Idiot. Which I can no doubt assume that, you know, they're talking about themselves. People will say, oh, Dookie, and it's like, Dookie is not a good album. Like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news for you, but that album sucks. Again, the most mid band that has milked one decent album. You like Green Day? Well, I'm starting to question your tastes there, Slicks. I'm starting to question that after you would willingly reveal something like that. The only reason I ever listened to Green Day, and I was never really a big fan of them, the only reason I ever listened to them is because the girl I liked in high school, who, like, full disclosure, like, if she wasn't a fucking hooer, right, like, I could have seen myself proposing to, she was, like, mad into them, you know? But I digress. Was never a band I looked at and was like, wow, I'm blown away by this. Well, actually, I am kind of blown away by Green Day. Like I said, I'm blown away that such a mediocre band with one decent album could go so far. But that's about it. You know? Like is a strong word. Like is a strong word. I tolerate Green Day. I tolerate them. I'll give them. There's one song of theirs I like, and I think it's because it was used in the Seinfeld finale, and it's the one that's like, "Hope you have the time of your life." That song, I like that one. But, is a sick called Allison. Went to see them live. Oh, that's cool. Never heard of them before. But that's awesome. You should... Good Riddance is good. I can play that one. Nice. Wait. You're telling me there's a world of songs out there, Slicks, that you could learn to play on the guitar, and you were like, Green Day. Slicks, I feel like I don't even know you anymore. Like, I mean, I could name fucking, like... I could name at least, like fucking the 5 Foghat songs that would have been, like, so much fucking better to learn, you know? And you were just like, you know, it's not like that I play... I know how to... That's all I know how to play. Right, but you still spent the time to learn a Green Day song. Like, how many Foghat songs can you play, Slicks? Like, I mean, there's shit from Cactus, there's shit from Tin House, there's shit from Foghat, right? Like, some of the most fucking, like, sick... Learn is a stretch, it's 4 chords. I'm not surprised. Lazy, right? You can at least play Slow Ride, that's cool. But not like Terraplane Blues, Fool for the City, like... Yeah. Anyway. I feel like rant, which is not what I was going for. Oh, but anyway, I don't know a lot of Foghat. I know of them, though. Oh, well, I'm gonna have to get you a Foghat album at some point. You should just tell me, Slicks. Just tell me. Just say, hey, Ultra, I want you to get me a Foghat album. And I'll be like, brother, I got you. I got you. I'll get you Fool for the City. That album is a masterpiece. Chef's kiss. I know a few songs I learned on the guitar. Crazy Train. Kryptonite. That's what I like about you. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll get you a Foghat album. But yeah, anyway, going back like a long ass time ago, You know, people are still complaining about the Bad Bunny halftime show, and it's like, was it awful? Yes. Does his music suck? Yes. Does he seem like kind of a douchebag? Yes. But are we really going to continue to complain about this? Like, it's already over with. It's done. Like, aren't there much better things to do than to, like, continue on? I bet the Nickelback halftime show is better. Well, they've at least got one good song. That's one more than Bad Bunny. But yeah, are we really going to continue to complain about it? Like, I don't understand. Like, and then they're like, oh, we're going to go ahead and we're going to fine him, you know, using the FCC because, like, you know, the show was raunchy. And it's like, I mean, sure, he said some risque shit because my boss is Puerto Rican. So, and apparently this is, I think they also covered Sad But True or some Metallica song. I don't like Metallica, so Metallica and Nickelback that sounds disgusting. But so my boss is Puerto Rican, right? So like here, Slicks, you might know this. You might know this since your wife is from Mexico. Apparently, Puerto Rican Spanish is almost a completely different language than Mexican Spanish or Spanish. So, like, I mean, this is going to sound kind of bad. But, so, like, we'll say that, like, the origin point was Spanish, right? Like, Spain Spanish. And then it just kind of got bastardized, like, continuing down just everywhere that picked it up, kind of like French and Creole. So Mexican Spanish is not the same as Spanish, but it's like reasonably close, you know? Like, you can, like, Slicks' wife, every time I say Slicks' wife, I want to say it like Cotton Hill from King of the Hill. Slicks' wife! I know you don't, but Metallica has some good stuff. Yeah, well, like one or two good songs. But anyway, Slicks' wife, she could go to Spain and communicate. You can say Asiago cheese. I can, but it's I feel like it's fun. Like, it's a thing, you know. If you've seen King of the Hill, it's hard to explain if you haven't watched King of the Hill and you're not familiar with Hank's wife. Lol, you do, you boo boo. What? Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, I see what you're saying. But like, yeah, she could go over to Spain and effectively communicate with people in Spain, right? And then you've got like South American Spanish, and that's like a little bit different from like Mexican Spanish and Spain Spanish, and they can like Spain Spanish is the worst Spanish. I mean, I'll have to take your word for it, but like, let me finish my thought here before you come to judgment, because I might have a contender for the worst. Yeah, so Spain Spanish, South American Spanish, and Mexican Spanish, they can all effectively communicate with each other, you know, and there's like maybe a few things where it's like different here and there, you know, but nothing too crazy. Then there's Puerto Rican Spanish. Spain Spanish is worse than Puerto Rican Spanish. Not everyone talks like Bad Bunny. But yeah, Puerto Rican Spanish is like wildly different than every other type of Spanish, and it's, yeah, very crazy. So anyway, people have been translating Bad Bunny, which I don't know how they can understand him with the fucking like mumble shit he does. I know someone from Puerto Rico and she speaks Spanish normal. Really interesting. Um, but yeah, so people have been translating it into Spanish, so the lyrics are way different in Spanish than they are in Puerto Rican Spanish. But you know what? Just to fucking finish up this stupid tirade about the halftime show, because it's really not the everything I wanted to talk about. It's just kind of dumb, you know, that like there are people that like want to fine him over it, because it's like he may have said some like rather raunchy shit, you know, but it wasn't. It's not anything that you wouldn't find in a rap song, you know. It's not anything you wouldn't find in like a Kendrick Lamar show, and no one was flipping out about that. So, I don't know. I think the whole thing is stupid. I think it's really stupid. It's over with. Let it be. It sucked. Whatever. Move on. So, you know, another thing that's been on my mind a lot recently, since I've been reading, you know, I like to read economics books. Spain Spanish is the equivalent to British English. Yeah. And Puerto Rican Spanish is the equivalent of Creole to French. But something that's been on my mind, since you know I like to read economics books because I like knowledge and I like hearing from smart people and, you know, learning so I can have like an informed opinion on economic issues and such. I've been reading a lot of Thomas Sowell, and it's interesting. Like, you hear a statistic and you're like, ah, yes, this proves this 100%. And it's like, but does it prove anything is the question. So, I mean, maybe this is gonna be a little dicey here, because this is like a kind of sensitive topic that, like, I don't normally talk about, but are you kidding me, you fucking loser? Oh, you're banned as fuck. And you're reported. Because you made me have to fucking go through and, like, actually ban your comment, so, you know. Fuck you. Now there goes My Hero by the Foo Fighters. Ah. Yeah, you know, talk about someone I have lost all respect for is Dave Grohl. Very disappointed. He went from rock and roll Jesus to just another douchebag. How the mighty fall, how the mighty fall. But we've talked about this before. So I hear a lot of people, they talk about like crime. I know that from yesterday's episode. Yes. I know a lot of people like to talk about crime. Also, did you check out the... No, I haven't checked it out yet. Honestly, I forgot about it, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I'll check it out. A lot of people talk about crime statistics, right? And how... I don't remember... I'm not gonna even pretend that I remember the actual statistic, like the percentage number, but like they say that like black people disproportionately commit crimes compared to other groups in America. But it's like, now that I know more about statistics, I wonder about that. I wonder about that statistic, if that's like representative of the truth. I'm not saying this Clanka is being sus right now. Hold on, let me finish my thought before you go and boo me. Because I think that actually quite a few people would appreciate this take that I'm about to have right here on that statistic. I'm not sure that is an accurate representation of reality. Because statistics are so... No one is booing, but no one is cheering. Cool, I can live with that. Because statistics can tell you a lot of things, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that is what you're going to find in reality. Not saying that statistics are false, but like I said, it can be easily skewed or easily used to portray something that, may not be the reality of the situation. That being said, the reason that I wonder about that statistic is because, like, what is the methodology being used in that statistic, right? Because if you think about it, let's say that they're just going over gross numbers of like people arrested, right? They're just doing a gross number count. How many of those people that are being counted in arrest statistics are reoffenders, right? Like, you think about, this is a great example, you think about the guy who stabbed Irina Sestruka, the Ukrainian on the bus, right? Who murdered her in cold blood. He was arrested like 17 different times. So I'm just curious, in the methodology being used in that statistic, is he that story is messed up. Supposing that he is included in that statistic, in that crime statistic, how many times, are people like that being counted when it's the same person? If that makes sense, He got arrested for the same thing 17, let's give him an 18. Right. But like I said, going back to the crime statistics, like, when they say that blacks commit a disproportional amount of crime in proportion to the population, you have to wonder, was that guy who murdered Irina Sestruka, was he counted one time or was he counted 17 times? Because I would say that's unfair for him to be counted 17 times in those statistics. Because he tried 17 times and failed, he won't try the 18th time. But yeah, I mean, you have to wonder if he was counted 17 times or if he was counted one time. Because I think if we're going for a real accurate statistic to see which group commits the most crime, then he should only be counted one time, not 17. Yeah, it's leftists in the court system, that's the problem. Because again, it's not fair to judge the whole black population, right, over this one guy who's getting arrested 17 times. And you have to wonder how many other people are like that. right? So I would like to know the methodology behind those statistics. I'd like to know if it truly is what they say it is. Because like I said, I don't think you can count him 17 times and say that that is representative of the population as a whole. That would be representative of that individual, if that makes sense. Like, you count him one time if you want it to be representational of the population as a whole. So that, that's kind of been on my mind. Like, that, and just like, what other statistics do we hear a lot? And it's like, well, I mean, I can name a few from, like, the book, like, the income, income statistics, per household is a super misleading statistic. They're playing All-Star. Oh, he's about to get Shrek'd out over there. But yeah, like, I wonder about a whole lot of statistics that we hear now. Like, is that representational of the truth? I don't know. So, yeah, be careful with statistics, because, like I said, I just explained how they can be, like, manipulated, If you wanted to, for example, if you're a racist and you want to make black people look, like, really bad, you count that guy 17 times. It's, I don't know, it's just something to think about, with anything, really. You want to know your methodologies and statistics. What else has been on my mind that I kind of wanted to talk about? Shrek just showed up to spot me on my squat. Are you sure he didn't show up to squat on you during your spot? Or squat on your spot? Oh, he's gonna be smelling like onions. Ooh. Well, here's a story, because I said ideas, thoughts, stories. I feel like we've got an idea and some thoughts, but we haven't gotten a story yet. So, story time. Well, actually, I did kind of tell a story, and it was something I wanted to talk about, but it tied in with the whole Bad Bunny thing and the whole Puerto Rican Spanish. I just found that to be interesting. So, Anyway, communists are some of the most retarded people on the planet. I had this guy who essentially said that first off, I left a comment talking about how great capitalism is, because I'm a big capitalism stan, because, like, capitalism is the greatest thing that has ever happened to humanity, full stop. I didn't stutter. Period. It is the greatest thing. I will repeat it for those in the back of the room. Capitalism is the greatest thing that has ever happened to humanity. I mean, I guess technically that's Jesus Christ, but if we're not talking about salvation and, like, like religious things, but capitalism is the greatest thing that has ever happened to the United States. Yeah. Well, to the world, actually. Sorry, to humanity on the whole. Yeah, no, capitalism is amazing. It's not like, oh, well, maybe this. Like, no, capitalism is hands down the greatest thing that has ever happened in the United States. Or to the world. I keep saying the United States, sorry. The world, humanity. Without capitalism... Well, and actually, me saying this will kind of get into the story. I said without capitalism, innovation stalls. You don't get the, we'll say, record speeds for innovation without capitalism. because capitalism gives incentive for people to innovate because they can make a lot of money. And then he tried telling me that, like, oh, so you're saying that innovation requires capitalism? And it's like, no, that's not what I said. I said innovation stalls if you don't have capitalism. That's why every fucking nation that has ever been communist, or they call themselves socialist, why they always lag behind technologically to every one of their contemporary communist or socialist counterparts, or why they sorry. It's 12 o'clock. My brain is going to the shitter. That's why communist and socialist nations lag behind technologically to every capitalist nation, like, counterpart that they have, their contemporary capitalist counterpart. Like, without fail, without question, every single time. And then he was trying to tell me, you know what's crazy? College students nowadays say so. Yeah, they're retarded. But yeah, no, he was trying to say that, like, oh, real communism has never been tried or whatever, and you know, capitalism is so bad and da 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 da, and it's like, so you're arguing for a unicorn. You're arguing for something that does not exist, has never existed, will never exist, and everyone who ever takes up the mantle of that commits genocide, and the citizens end up starving. The same as being an Orange Lantern, essentially. And you know that you know, communism and socialism will never work because it's counterintuitive to human nature. And he has the audacity to say, human nature? Expound on that, retard. And I'm like, human beings are naturally selfish people. If you do any research into human nature, you will see, you don't even have to do research into human nature, but, like, if you do, it's pretty apparent that humans are naturally selfish creatures. So, like, for example, you find this in the Bible, you find this in, if you don't want to read the Bible because whatever, you don't believe in Jesus or whatever, which I would encourage you to believe in Jesus. You can just look at the Theory of Moral Sentiments by Adam Smith. Like, it's really fucking clear, and that's why socialism will never work, is it's counterintuitive to human nature. For communism and socialism to work, you need people to agree. You need them to, how did I say this? You need them to get along, to not be selfish, to not desire power, right? But inevitably, that will never work. Someone will always want more, someone will always want power, and that's when the dictators come to power, and that's when the genocides happen, that's when people starve. And he just couldn't piece that together. He really could not piece that together. And then he tried telling me that, oh, well, it's more complex, and there's nuance to it, and he said dumb lib. He called me a dumb lib. Doesn't understand the complexity and nuance of it. So I hit him where it hurts. I said, oh, you sound like you must be one of those pro-Israel guys. You know, the ones that are justifying what's going on in Gaza, right? So I know that one had to hurt him, but it's like, it's the most simple logic. Like, anyone can follow it, right? Socialism will not work because people are naturally selfish. So when people go, you hit him where it hurts. You asked him where his balls were. He doesn't have those. He's a communist. But it's like, yeah, it will. Fucking, you're arguing for a unicorn, right? You want to judge capitalism based on the results, the results of capitalism, even though technically we don't live in a true capitalist society. But you want to judge capitalism based on what it is, and you want socialism or communism to be judged not how it was and is, but as an idea, as an ideal, as a feeling, like as vibes. You want communism to be judged as vibes. And then again, you just can't follow the train of logic that is counterintuitive to human nature. So then what happens? Someone's going to obviously default to human nature. They're going to seek power. They're going to take power, and then people die. There is no exception to this. There's no exception. People die, there's genocide, and people starve. No exception. You can find any communist, any socialist nation that you'd like. Go ahead, pick it out, and you will find there's no exception. Period. But it's just like, are you really this fucking stupid? Like, you can't just put simple logic together? And he kept trying to tell me that I didn't understand logic and that I'm retarded and all of this shit. And it's like, no. I've read an economics book before. I know history. I know the results. Oh, and then he was trying to say that, it should be judged by intention. Socialism and communism should be judged by intention. And it's like, no, fucking nothing is judged by intention. Everything is judged by the fucking way it happened, right? The results, the outcomes, right? Like, there's nothing you can think of that is judged by intention, Like, fucking, you wouldn't judge ICE, in their shooting of that guy with the gun, right? You wouldn't judge that by the intention of, oh, he was just trying to keep himself safe. Like, you wouldn't, this guy specifically is what I mean. You wouldn't judge him by that intention, right? So why should I judge fucking socialism by the intention, Like, that's just, it's retarded. It's antithetical to logic, common sense, and reasoning. So there's my story, I guess. What else did I want to talk about? There's a few things. Well, I mean, I guess, this is something that's, unfortunately kind of been on my mind recently. And, I mean, I'm not 100% sure how to feel about it, I guess, would be a way to say it. I'm not entirely sure how to say it. But it kind of hit me like last night. Like, I don't know if I'm heaven material, you know? So obviously Jesus saves, and you know, the only way to heaven is through Jesus, and you know, he paid the price. Listen to the song More Than. What? I'm so confused. Just knock on heaven's door. Okay. Very helpful, Slicks. Very helpful. But yeah, like I said, Jesus saves. He's paid the price, and it's not really about what I do. It's about what he did. But at the same time, well, that's because they were playing. Yeah, I saw your message. I've lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. So it's all, you know, it is, you know, Jesus has paid the price, you know, and it's not necessarily about what I do, but I mean, I don't know, maybe this is like, if I was Catholic, maybe this is like Catholic guilt or something. I don't know. I'm not Catholic. But, you know, it's like, faith without works is dead. And I believe that, well, I know that's in James. I don't remember what chapter or verse, but faith without works is dead. And Jesus, multiple times throughout his ministry, says and alludes to the fact that there should be fruit, you know, like if you are truly a follower of Christ, you know, you should bear fruit. It should be, you know, noticeable, right, to other people. It's got an ad for taxes trying to make it what? Trying to make it a song? That's stupid. Stop. I don't know a single person that likes taxes, let alone doing them. Taxation is theft. That's going to be my take on that. Taxation is theft. But yeah, like, you know, if you're a follower of Christ, you should bear fruit. And it's like, I don't know if I'm bearing fruit, you know? Like, I don't know if I, like, see that, or at least see that as much as I should see that, you know? Like, I mean, I know all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. But like I said, like James says, you know, that there should be fruit. So it's just like, am I really heaven material though? Like, if I'm sitting here questioning, like, do I bear fruit? I mean, again, at the same time, though, it's not, like, about what I do, it's about what Jesus did, you know? But yeah, I don't know, it's like, I guess you could say it's a disappointment. Like, I need to do better, you know? I feel like I can find far more instances of me calling a communist a retard, right? than I can of, like, actual fruit, you know, like generosity and you know, patience and, you know, stuff like that. Fascist. Very funny, Slicks. Very funny. So yeah, I don't know. That's been on my mind. Clanker. Okay. Clanktard. Yeah, so I don't know. That's been on my mind. You know, I need to. But you know, it's also so hard for me to do better. Is the thing, you know? Because it's like I just kind of do, you know. I don't necessarily slow down to think, you know. I mean, I guess when it comes to certain interactions or certain like visceral responses, you know, or just like, you know, certain attitudes or whatever. Like, I guess I don't really like slow down to think about it. I just kind of do. And I feel like that leads me to bad outcomes. And I mean, I guess that sounds like I'm being like incredibly rash with everyone. I'm really not. But it's more of a I don't have a Christ-centered focus on how I live my life, you know? And realistically fix your focus then. That's the thing, is that's much easier said than done. That's much easier said than done. That's the idea, is to fix your focus on Jesus. But yeah, it's like I don't... It almost sounds bad to say, but I almost don't realistically see myself doing that. You know? Just based on the kind of person I am. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I suppose, but just like Shia LaBeouf says, just do it. Great. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Okay. Yesterday you said tomorrow. Okay. So just do it. Great. Great. Yeah, I mean, I definitely should be better. But like I said, I feel like that's just almost an unbelievable challenge. I mean, I suppose it's a journey, you know. But I don't know. I feel like I'm failing. And, you know, it's this might be a hot take, but I think it's the correct take. I think it's taking the Lord's name in vain. Here's a YouTube channel that turned his speech into a song. What? Okay. But yeah, it's kind of taking the Lord's name in vain. Same group turned the dude that reviewed a Five Guys burger into a song also. Okay. I've lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah, so I mean, I feel like it's kind of taking the Lord's name in vain, because it's like, you know, I go around and, like, I say that I'm a Christian, and, you know, I do my, you know, Southern Fried Conviction and everything, where we talk and talk about and, you know, preach from the Bible and everything. But it's like, am I really, like, living that life, you know? Because if I'm not, like, living that life, then that's taking the Lord's name in vain. So, I don't know. Just some thoughts there. You know, here's another one. Whoa, Ultra is a hypocrite. Yeah, kinda. Unfollowed. Yeah. I mean, very sad, but kinda. But, you know, I also feel like it's kind of necessary to say that, you know? You know? Keep myself humble, I guess, and, you know? Not try to, like, portray an image of myself as being, like, better than what I actually am, you know? So that, you know, all the people watching or whatever, you know, the people that tune in for SFC, because we do have people that like that'll watch the YouTube videos. Like, there seems to be like a dedicated fan base there. Not a ton of people, but it's cool that, you know, we get as many as we do. I mean, even you're here. Be the best you can be. I mean, yeah. But yeah, no, I feel like it's important, you know, for everyone to know that, like, I'm not better than anyone, you know? That, like, we're all on this journey, and we're all stumbling and making mistakes along the way. And even the people that, like, what do you mean you're even you're here? What? I'm gonna need you to explain that. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. But yeah, like, you know, we're all on this journey. We're all stumbling. And that even the people that, like, I mean, not saying that, like, anyone thinks of me this way, you know, but you know, like, everyone is far from perfect. You said even you're here, like, it's surprising. Well, you don't typically tune in for most of the SFC episodes, though. Or maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe you just, you know, enjoy the biblical content. I'm usually there. Okay, all right. Um, But yeah, like people, even people that you'd look up to, or like, I mean, this isn't an example for me. I don't usually while I'm doing stuff with the wife. I gotcha. I mean, this isn't like an example for me because I really could care less about the Pope, or couldn't care less about the Pope. But like a lot of people look at him as like, oh, he's like, this great holy dude or whatever, and it's like, he's, just as bad as the rest of us. There's nothing special about him except for his fancy hat. Um, yeah, all the Catholics are triggered right now. It's fine. Ultra mega holy, right? Okay, sure. Um, but yeah, Anyway, uh, this wasn't even something I had on my mind until you brought it up, and it's like, this has been on my mind recently, just not like for this episode. I wasn't gonna talk about it, but you reminded me of it. It's like, what is up with people who like, they hear the word nationalism, right? Or like somebody has some nationalist views and they're like, oh, fascism, Nazi. And it's like, bro, I'm just a good influence, man. Fair enough. And it's like, bro, like, are we just gonna go around and like fucking say, oh, Hitler drank water and breathed air? That means anyone who fucking breathes water or drinks air is a fucking Nazi. You fucking Nazi fascist piece of shit. Like, are we really gonna do that? Like, you do know that like nationalism was a thing before fascism, right? And that like fascism, there's more to it than just nationalism. Like, it's really not a difficult concept. Like, no one says that animal rights is like a Nazi thing, but the Nazis were the first to have animal rights laws. Like, just saying that you love your country and you want your country to do the best out of all the other countries is not fascism. It's not Nazism. Like, you're just being a whiny little bitch who's a globalist. You're a globalist commie piece of shit. That's literally what it is. Like, I hate to be the one to break the news to you, but like, nationalism is a good thing. It really is. When people stop caring about, their country and everything, you lose like camaraderie and fellowship, and like you become divided. Because like, what's the point? I don't know. Well, I do know, but like, I don't get those people. I really don't. Um, I had a whole fucking list of things I wanted to talk about, and I was thinking about it, and then like, we went so far into the fucking like Super Bowl halftime show that like I pretty much forgot the majority of them, since we spent like a fucking half an hour talking about that shit. Which honestly is kind of ironic given my stance on the Super Bowl halftime show, that like, why the fuck are we still talking about it? But I talked about it for so fucking long, and I'm in a way still talking about it right now. Like, that's some crazy work. Anything else to like? Oh yeah, no. Here. This is just like, a thought, I guess, that I wanted to talk about. I watched the animated DC movie, Crisis on Two Earths, and Batman has the coldest line that Batman has fucking ever dropped in any piece of media ever. He's facing down. So spoilers for the movie. If you haven't watched the fucking Justice League Crisis on Two Earths, it's on YouTube. It's for free. You have time to go and watch it. All right. Spoiler warning is over. So Owlman is like duking it out with Batman, right? And they've gone to Prime Earth, and Owlman's gonna blow it up, right? And Batman goes and like ties him to the bomb that Owlman has set to destruct, and Batman is about to send it to another universe, and he goes, "You know what's the difference between you and me? We both stared into the abyss, but when the abyss stared back, you blinked." That's fucking cold. That is so fucking cold. And then he goes and sends him away to this random, like, dead universe, and the bomb blows up, and it's like, that's fucking, like, so cold. Like, fucking dopest line that Batman has ever dropped. I watched it, was like, holy shit! It was cool. It was great. It was amazing. Like, what a fucking line. I guess I should have written some of this stuff down, but, Oh, there was something we were gonna do, but again, I didn't really expect to talk for this long. So we're not gonna do it, but it's what I already talked about the Minecraft stuff, yeah. But so we're not gonna have time to do it. I was gonna go over to the trial chamber and like kind of fix that up, so we can prepare it for a farm. But yeah, that's not happening. Oh, so tomorrow, I mean, I think I'll have to check on this. I've kind of been avoiding this because like it's one of those things where it's like, I don't really want to know. So I guess I'll explain that in a second. I'll tell you the whole story. So essentially, on Sunday, my friends from rock climbing went through. Thank you for the clip there, Slicks. Did you hear my story or my thought on the coldest Batman line ever? Because I figured you would probably like that. But yeah, on Sunday, my rock climbing buddies, I was trying to clip this for like 5 minutes. So, have you watched Justice League Crisis on Two Earths? Because that will dictate how much of this I can like explain to you. You think so? Okay, it's the one with Owlman and like Ultraman and like Superwoman and good guy Lex Luthor. It's like an animated one. Okay, I'm gonna let you don't think so then? Okay, alright. So it's free on YouTube, go and fucking watch it. It's a great one. So anyway, at the end of the movie, Batman is about to... I've seen a good portion of the animated ones though. Okay. So Batman is about to take the guy down, right? And before, like, the fight ends, Batman goes, there's one difference between me and you. we both looked into the abyss, but when the abyss looked back, you blinked. And then, like, Batman ends the fight. And it's like, wow, that's a fucking cold line. Very, very amazing. I'm not wearing hockey pads. I don't remember that. Anyway, wait, what was the difference? When we stared into the abyss, and the abyss looked back, you blinked. I've heard that one, yeah. It's fucking cold. Incredible. Yeah. No, I love that. I love that line. I was like, holy shit, this is cool as fuck. But yeah, so my friends went, and my rock climbing friends, and they were like, oh, you know, Ultra, we're gonna go rock climbing, or they were like, oh, who wants to go rock climbing? And I was like, oh, you know, I wish I could, but, you know, I don't have Wednesdays off anymore. Like, I yearn for the rocks. And he was like, well, they call you Ultra IRL? Yes, 100%. Well, actually, the guy I'm referring to, he actually is a sub on the channel. Him and his sister, who, like, we were kind of a thing. We've been over that before too, Slicks. Yeah. Anyway. He was like, oh, well then why don't we go ahead and go rock climbing on Thursday at, like, you know, 10 o'clock. You were kind of... Brother, we spent like hours talking about this. It was the Ultra lore. I was playing Minecraft too while I was working on a tunnel. You don't remember this? Okay. All right, whatever. I know special guys. Special is a way to put it. So, anyway, he's like, oh yeah, why don't we go ahead and go rock climbing at 10 on Thursday? And, you know, I'm like, yes, that sounds fucking awesome. You know, I'm so excited for this. And the other guy's like, yeah, that'll work for me. So, fucking Tuesday, right? Tuesday morning, or Tuesday afternoon, my mom is like, oh, hey, I'm gonna need you to take me to my doctor's appointment, you know, on Thursday. And I was like, oh, when is that? And she's like, oh, I need to be there at 11 a.m. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? And, you know, and I kind of like just put my hands on my head and I explained the situation. And she seemed very upset too, you know, like one of those things where it's like, I'm not going to say that I'm upset, but like I'm fucking upset. And it's like, at the same time though, like, what was the reaction you wanted me to have? Oh, yippee, let me tell my friends who like went and changed like their schedules around so that I could go rock climbing with them for the first time in about a year. Sorry guys, I you know, yippee, I want to take my mom to a doctor's appointment, you know? And she was like, yeah, fine, I'll see if I can get, you know, someone else to take me. And it's like, you know, like, I'm telling on you? What do you mean you're telling on me? She already knows all of this. I, you know. you know, it's like smack talk. What do you mean smack talking? There was zero smack talk. Zero smack talk. But it's like, you know, any other fucking Thursday in the past fucking year, any other fucking Thursday this entire month, like, whatever, like, sure, yeah, that's not a problem, I'll do it, you know, like, it's gonna suck me getting up at the time I'm gonna have to get up, because I like to sleep in to, like, fucking 2 o'clock, but, like, I'll do it. You know what I have to say after that? Get pooped in. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna be getting pooped in, you know? That's the thing. Because she said she'd find someone else to do it, and I haven't heard anything else about it, so I'm assuming she found someone else to do it. So, well, like I said, I'm assuming she found someone else to do it, so I don't know. But it's like, literally, that is my life in a nutshell. It's like, any other time, I would not have given a shit, you know? I would have been like, sure, that's fine. I'll do it. But it's like, literally, everyone decides to fucking change their schedule so that I can go ahead and do something fun that, like, I have been yearning for like, about a year, and, like, have, like, deeply missed, you know? Like, to a point where it makes me sad, you know? And it's like, oh, now you need me to go and do this at the exact same fucking time that I would be doing that. And it's like, just like, breaks. I can't catch them, you know? Yeah, so I think I'm going to leave it here. I know Slick says ads, and he's probably going to be upset that, like, I'm ending the episode before he gets back. But, like, oh, you're back. I was just saying I'm about to end the episode. Because my voice is starting to hurt. Don't you dare, I'm back, boy. Well, I'm doing it. My voice is starting to hurt. I don't know why. I think it's because I've talked non-stop this entire fucking episode. There hasn't... You always wait for me to be back from ads. Yeah, but you're here now, aren't you? And I'm still alive now, aren't I? Slick's being upset for no reason. Wow. After I gave him a Valentine's Day gift because he's my Valentine, this is what I get here. Wow. But yeah, I think it's because I've been talking non-stop this entire episode. There's not been like a moment of silence. It's just been like a straight, continuous, just stream coming from my mouth, you know? Hey man, I do appreciate the Valen Bros gift. Well, I'm glad you like it, man. That the Monty Python record is funny. I hope you enjoy the Monty Python record. I have that one. The Scarlet Handkerchief or something like that. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if you've ever gotten a comedy record before, but, like, I hope you enjoy that. Monty Python are amazing. I couldn't remember... Wait, what? What do you mean? Yeah, but did you not get the Monty Python record? I got Star Wars one, the Motown Disco Queen. You didn't get Monty Python? Okay, I guess I'll have to talk to Leo about that. Because I definitely gave him that record. No, it only came with 3. It should have been 4. I'll talk to Leo about it. Fun. Yeah, I'll talk to Leo about it. It should have been 4. It should have been 4. I hope he didn't ship that to someone else. That's why I was confused. Oh. Well, surprise. I'll talk to Leo about it. I'm gonna be upset if he wants me to pay the shipping for it though, because like that was not my mistake. That was not my mistake. I gave him that record. Like I said, I hope he didn't ship that out to someone else, because I'm gonna be upset about that. Because yeah, it like I said, it should have come with 4, not 3. Well, I will. You know what? As a matter of fact, I will go ahead and I will text him about that, like, right now. Yeah, I double checked the box, only 3. Okay, alright. You know what? I'll go, like I said, as soon as stream's over, I will go ahead and I'll talk to him about it. So, yeah, thank you for watching, Slicks, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.